On Tuesday, trading is unfolding buoyantly. Market sentiment has improved significantly after the news on the successful testing of a vaccine against the coronavirus. In addition, optimism in the market was fueled by information about an agreement between European Union leaders. During 5 days, they have been trying to determine the size of a recovery fund and other grants and loans to some EU countries. After all the difficulties have been resolved, the deal was called a historic event. The euro advanced significantly, while the US dollar index dipped below the level of 95.80. USDX measures the strength of the greenback against a basket of 6 major currencies. The euro is by far the largest component of the index, making up almost 57.6% of the basket. No wonder the US dollar weakened after the euro's rally. The dollar-yen pair is trading in a narrow range. An increase in the US stock market signals an upward trend for the pair, so it's highly likely to break out from the narrow range in the near future. Yesterday, we discussed that the US dollar would gain ground if it rose above the 107.77 level. In the Asian trade, investors focused their attention on the Australian currency. Today, the Reserve Bank of Australia unveiled its last meeting minutes. Despite a string of weak macroeconomic data coming in recently, the Reserve Bank of Australia minutes were unexpectedly positive. Despite the coronavirus outbreak in Victoria, the regulator decided to take a wait-and-see approach and did not change the interest rate. The Australian dollar managed to break out of the sideways range, rising above the resistance level at 0.7040, amid the central bank's soft rhetoric. Nevertheless, the Aussie may not be able to develop its rally, as the Reserve Bank of Australia meeting was held before the publication of disappointing labour market data. Perhaps the regulator will reconsider its stance on monetary policy after such a dismal report. Today's speech by the Governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia, Philip Lowe, provided clues for traders. He said that the unemployment rate would only rise. He also added that the country should also brace for a low income of the working population. Victoria, the second most populated state of Australia, has closed its borders due to the continuing growth of the new virus cases. Therefore, the rally of the Australian dollar is highly likely to be short-lived. It may fall again to the level of 0.6935. That's all for now. We wish you profitable deals. See you on our channel with a new video in a couple of hours.